Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me, never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with Minds. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Pressure Podcast. Today's a Sunday Funday night edition. Let's
Give me a hell yeah!
Special Sunday night.
On a day, we're coming to you off schedule because of some technical difficulties. But we've solved that issue on a day where a lot has been taken away from us for the playoffs. We know for sure that
Transpiring.
Kevin Durant is out for a few weeks, and as we speak, the Rockets are cooking the fucking Lakers. So this series doesn't really matter much as far as the Rockets are concerned because they can't get past the Lakers without KD. I don't see them winning 4 games in a row without KD. DiVincenzo is torn his Achilles. He's out for the remainder of the season
Speedy
and
recovery.
for the majority of next season. And Ant-Man is out a few weeks with a hyperextended knee.
Speedy recovery as well.
So there's a chance he comes back if they make a deep playoff run, but I don't see the T-Wolves getting too far, or do we?
Let's speak on it.
Without further ado, we are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
What's up, guys?
Rated M for Millennials. It is Sunday Fun Day. It's supposed to be yesterday. We're gonna recap the 2026 NFL, what I call QFL draft, and the NBA playoffs, and then we're also going to give draft grades and also our prediction for the first round. So all that before we give you the players and the pressures, a segment we do on Saturdays where we take what there's the format: Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We're here at midnight. So on Mondays we recap everything we learned from the weekends, what we're gonna do tomorrow. On Thursday, using what we learned, we give us the power rankings. On Mondays we give the monthly player of the week and the bum of the week award winner, and we basically celebrate the best player of the week and then roast the worst player of the week. And Thursday we give you a top 10 and the top 10 teams, which is basically the power rankings, or here we call Mortal Kombat Inspired Talent. And Saturdays we give you players under pressure. Who's under most pressure to perform for the playoffs end. So today we'll do that. But first we'll start with the I believe we should start with the QFL draft.
Got a goddamn smirk on his face like he did something.
Who's that?
KD.
Um,
Sorry, guys.
I just can't. I can't with KD. To me, he lost his swagger. He lost his.
His want to. His want to is like he has become Kyrie Irving in a nutshell. Kyrie Irving just wants to have fun, cool, whatever. But the main goals are, they're not there anymore. It's like they don't exist.
It is like they don't exist. So let me, yeah.
I can't respect that because at the end of the day, growth is what you want. You want growth out of your player.
Before I put the entire draft grades for everybody, I'm gonna put the Baltimore Ravens recap here. So with the very first pick we had, number 14th, we picked a guard, which is we call him Kago Ko Ione is a Hawaiian Penn State gem of a offensive lineman, the best offensive lineman in the draft. I knew he would fall because they usually do. And not only that, in 32 starts, he's never allowed a sack. This is a blessing. This is exactly the antithesis of what we needed from number 77, Falili. So thank you very much for the Ravens. That was a win right there.
Be cool, nigga.
Then we got Zion Young from Mizzou. 6'6" motherfucker, 260 pounds. Just runs a 4.48, I believe, or 4.49, something like that.
They got another athletic freak.
Yeah. Then you got Jacoby Lane. I like his height, but not his athleticism. He's not that fucking fast.
Nah, it's not fast.
But
But he can
Elijah.
nab that shit.
We have Elijah who's a better route runner and has way better hands. This is the guy I like the most. Then we got tight end from SMU, Heiner. I guess we did lose 2 tight ends, so we always keep 2 around. Quentin Rivers, I like this one.
Chandler
Rivers, rather. I like this one,
Cornerback.
but he's 5'8". And then Josh Cuevas, another tight end. I didn't really care for a tight end. I thought we should get a center. Adam Randall, I like that running back. He's tall. And we needed a punter because ours went to the Giants. And I don't care much for the 7th rounders. It's just, hey, if they make the team cool, they don't. I don't care for them.
They are depth.
But I would give this draft a B plus. I would give it an A usually, but we didn't get a center, and I didn't like that. So I guess we gonna go look somewhere else or what? I don't know, but we don't have a center.
I give it an A because I think Jacoby Lane's gonna be a diamond in the rough. I think he's gonna be one of those guys that nobody spoke about, that nobody really like saw being a number 1 wide receiver, and him being close to that.
So let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. Pro Football Focus gave him a C plus.
As you started off with a running back, I mean, like,
They started off with Jeremiah Love.
how do you build a foundation with the running back?
You got
You got a running back last year, Benson.
who they got? Kirk Cousins
Yeah, I think so.
and now Carson Beck.
And they got him early too early. Carson Beck is not that good for me. I would have took him maybe like in the fifth, 6th round. I don't know how the hell you guys take him
I think the only
so early.
great draft that Atlanta got was the cornerback because they traded so much away that they didn't have early picks, and
Yeah.
for their first pick to be that is not bad. But the picks after that really didn't make sense. They don't really need more wide receivers. They could have went with O lineman there. I mean, they didn't even draft an O lineman from what I see.
Harold Perkins kind of remind me of
A
Hassan
guard in the 7th round.
of Hassan Reddick a little bit.
A guard in the 7th round is when you
yeah.
draft a fucking guard. What is that? I mean, your boy already got hurt because you can't keep him healthy.
But I like
Kirk Cousins was struggling because he faced too much pressure.
But I do like the Harold.
Your weakness is O-line right now on offense, and you need to fix it.
I do like getting Harold Perkins though. I think he's gonna be a pass rush player.
Wow, look at that! I didn't even notice this. They gave him the exact same grade I gave him, B plus, just because we still have a glaring hole at fucking center. But we did great with our picks. I'm not gonna lie. 2 receivers that I like. I definitely love the edge. Definitely love that guard. Definitely love the cornerback. I didn't even look at the tight ends. I do know that halfback over there in Clemson. I've been on him.
You see their highest grade pick though?
Yeah, that wide receiver. I told you I like that one more than the USC dude.
Well, but he's a lot older.
I don't give a fuck.
Jacoby Lane still has work to do.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want young. Pause. This is the pros. I want dudes that are ready. That's what I want.
Oh, he's ready. You'll see. He's ready.
He better be ready. That USC shit don't work in Baltimore, bitch.
I haven't missed. I barely miss on this shit. I'm telling you.
But I thought we got a good haul there, so I agree with that. Good shit. I'll take that.
Finish him.
Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Bills get a B. Let's see. They got an edge. Yeah, they got
Like
a good
it.
one from T.J. Parker.
Wide receiver Skyler Bell.
They got a good
Skyler.
corner from Ohio State. They got a tackle from Boston College.
They might have reached on that.
They got a wide receiver from the Huskies.
I like him a lot.
They got the TCU linebacker.
I like him too.
And
That's a safety, actually. That's not a cornerback.
for the most part, it's just average guys.
Jalen Kilgore.
Will make the roster. We'll see. The Panthers were given an A+. I know they got a good tackle from the Georgia Bulldogs, and I also know they got
to me the best tackle in the draft.
They got
Defensive
cornerback Will Lee. I thought fell a little too much. I thought he was better than they give him credit for.
I feel the same way about the safety.
And that Kansas State Wildcat Sam Hedge. I thought the Ravens were going to pick him, but I guess they did something they didn't like about him or something. I don't know. Chicago Bears.
Good job.
They got a good center. They got a good safety.
I think they got a corner late that's gonna play really good in Malik Muhammad from Texas, and they got a safety as well. So.
Cincinnati Bengals are giving a B+ because they got an edge who's not going to replace who they just lost. They got Takario Davis from Washington Huskies. I do like that pick, and then they got Connor Law. That's the center I wanted the Ravens to pick, but no, but he went to our rivals. Hey, the snipers. You and the fucking Browns kept sniping the shit for Steelers. They ended up with nothing but fucking leftovers. So thank you very, very much.
What a great draft by the
Browns. They got a tackle. They got 2 pair of receivers right there. They got a safety. They got another tackle. They said, fuck that. I'm going to get 2 of them.
And
they got a center. They got a linebacker. 2 tight ends and a cornerback just in case. Fuck it. Taylor Green.
And they went and got a QB.
That is an A+ draft. If you're,
that's very well done. Especially
Dallas Cowboys. Oh man,
like
Caleb Downs,
the first
Hall
2.
of Famer. Malachi Lawrence, Pro Bowler. Jay Sean Barham, probably a Pro Bowler. Drew Shelton, probably going to be a good player. Devin Moore is going to be the next nobody, and then Overton is going to be nobody as well. And Anthony Smith might surprise you.
I really like Caleb Downs, man. That's my favorite. That was my favorite player coming out this draft. So
Who?
they get it. They get an A+ from me.
Who?
Caleb Downs.
Caleb
I
Downs.
think he's the best.
He is the best
player in this draft.
So fuck Micah Parsons. Denver Broncos got a C. They got D-line, halfback, tackles. So nothing that pops your eyes there. You're right.
That was terrible. How?
Detroit Lions got a tackle, an edge, a linebacker, a corner. They need a lot of shit. You better hope every single one of those hit because you need that much.
Keith Abney is the one that we saw a long time ago on TV that you said. You were the one who said it. Damn, that guy could actually really play corner. So
another team with no that many picks. They got a corner because their defense is ass. They got a D lineman because their defense can't get pressure without blitzing, and they got an edge because they can't depend on their Penn State edge because he's always goddamn hurt, and even they got a fucking center. God damn it, Ravens! God damn it! All those picks we had. Look at all these teams with no picks, and we are the ones that don't end up with a center. 2 tight ends.
Okay, I love it because you finally got this man some help on that offensive line.
2 offensive
You
line.
went and got that early
tight end,
too.
D lineman, linebacker, safety, wide receiver.
Because that man needs help back there. That line was terrible last year.
Indiana Colts get an A. They got a linebacker. I like him from the Georgia Bulldogs, and I have that safety as well. And they got a guard and a linebacker, and then 2 edges. You hope one of them hits.
Yeah, I don't know too much about them.
We'll see. They're building something over there. Jacksonville Jaguars got a letter after C+. I'm not saying that. Shirt. Fuck that.
Yo, are these all fatalities? Are these all 5th rounders?
I guess so.
I didn't even see this. But 56 ain't a 5th rounder. What is that?
The tight end.
It's a 3rd, 2nd round.
D lineman, a guard, a safety, an edge, tight end, pair of receivers, another edge, and a linebacker. Yeah, they just doubled up on too many positions. Kansas City Chiefs got a B. They got the best corner in the fucking draft. They got a good D lineman, I'm pretty sure.
That edge is nice.
The edge is not going to be nice. He's going to suck.
That is nice.
He's going to be a bust. He's going to average 2 sacks every 10 years.
Fuck no.
That's what I hope.
That nigga's bend is crazy because he's small. He's not that big. He's like 6. I think he's like 6'1" or 6'2 and a half.
Listen,
He's small.
The
He's not
Chiefs are not bad at drafting, but they're not the greatest at it. They just hit
Right.
on a few
They
years
do.
ago. They hit on some major ones a few years ago, and they reveled in it. That's what happened.
I know who they won't hit on. And that's mine.
Fuck them. And they're fucking B. They're the letter after C the other way. That's what they are.
I don't know too much about that cornerback.
The
but-
Raiders got an A- just because they got their quarterback and nothing really much else.
Oh wait, the Jamal McCoy.
They got a
I
good
didn't see
cornerback
that.
from Arizona. They got an edge that we'll see if he's good. A tackle, corner, a bunch of guys that we only can hope produce in the pros, but at least they got their quarterback.
Well, Jamal McCoy was supposed to be a first round pick, but since he got hurt towards ACL,
The LA Chargers got a B.
That's
I think they got a good edge from Miami Hurricanes. They got another one that got a
the
center.
fastest wide receiver in the draft,
Another center I wanted, Jake Slaughter.
Brennan Thompson.
And but and
Elite,
you got the
elite.
LA Rams. We don't know what the
F.
hell that was with the first.
What the
pick
fuck?
over there. They got a Ty Simpson and they reached for him.
CJ Daniels is.
I don't understand.
Huge.
Why would you pick Ty Simpson with your first pick? He's worth a third pick, maybe fourth pick. He would have been there in the third round. Don't
He'd
you
have been
think?
there in at least the second, late second. If somebody was thinking about taking him, maybe late third, definitely could have been there. But I expect late second, and
For that, they should get an F. to me.
yeah, that's a F.
Miami
do
Dolphins. They got a good tackle. They got a good corner.
I don't know about that corner.
They got a good linebacker, and they got a good wide receiver. Everything else.
I love the wide receiver
And
because
the tight end obviously is Ohio State, so we'll see. We'll see. The Vikings get a C because they got a D lineman, a middle linebacker, a D lineman, a tackle, a
nothing.
safety. They got a bunch of nothings. Yep.
There's
That's
nobody
an
there.
F. The Patriots, they got a tackle, they got an edge from nowhere. They got a tight end from nowhere.
I like the first two, but I don't.
Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame.
That's a project. That guy's a project, and so
They
is
lost me money. And then they got the Wake Forest corner. Nah, it's just an average. The Saints, they're pretty good. They got a good wide receiver, and that's about it.
They get an A because that to me they got the best wide receiver in the draft.
They got the best wide receiver in the draft. The Giants actually did clean up. They got a best linebacker you could ask for. They have the best tackle.
That's an A plus.
They got a cornerback from Tennessee, so he's an SEC corner, and they got another Malachi from fucking Notre Dame. God damn it! And
Like I feel.
I'm sure they hit on a few of those. The New York Trash was given an A-. They got an edge in David Bailey from the Texas Tech Raiders.
They did make good picks, but
Then they got Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon Ducks. Then they got Omar Cooper Jr. from the Hoosiers. And then they got D'Angelo Pons. They got the corner from the Indiana Hoosiers, his teammate. So they're still going to be practicing against each other again. And you got Daryl Jackson Jr., a defensive lineman. And then you got a quarterback, Cade Klubnik from the Clemson Tigers. Imagine if that's the quarterback they've always needed. Imagine that nobody is the answer to their prayers for like 2 weeks. Then you have Enes Cooper, and that's it. I think they get a B for this one, not much an A. I'm sure only one of those probably hit.
I give 3. The rest.
You guys did pretty good. Makai Lemon, you sniped him from the Steelers. They really wanted him, and you guys said no. Then you had Eli Stowers. What is it with all these people and the tight ends? How many goddamn tight ends were there in this draft? 3,000? Continuing on to Marco Bell, then Cole Payton. You got the North Dakota State Bison quarterback.
And Carson Wentz.
wannabe.
We trying to
No,
duplicate,
no.
replicate.
The
What's going on
Pittsburgh
out there?
Steelers got left with leftovers, and that's why they got an F to me. They got a Texas from Arizona take you hope does good.
Nah, fuck that wide receiver. That wide receiver is fire, man. I can't wait to see him.
Jeremy Bernard
They
from
they
Alabama.
ain't giving him enough respect.
Drew Waller from Penn State. Imagine if he becomes a better quarterback than anything anybody else drafted, especially the LA
Mendoza.
Chargers or the LA Rams. Then you have Dalen Everett, Georgia Bulldogs. I thought that was a good corner. I thought that Ravens should have picked him instead of the 5'8" motherfucker. Fuck him, that short bitch.
Cool, nigga.
I mean, this guy doesn't have any like. He just doesn't move well.
San Francisco gets
He's
it.
real stiff.
I'm not even reading none of that because none of those names matter. So maybe the Mississippi wide receiver.
Damn, they get him a D.
Letter after C. Then you have the Seahawks, who, the Super Bowl champions, didn't have a good haul. They wasted a first round pick on a halfback, then on a safety, which might be good, but Clark I like. And then they got a corner from nowhere, so it's all good. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're pretty good. They doubled up on linebacker, one on the edge and one
They
in the middle.
stole Ruben Bain.
And
Ruben Bain had no business
They didn't
being
steal
the
it.
15th pick.
They ain't stealing. They were lucky. And then they got a corner from Miami. You can't be mad at that. Tyson's, they got Colonel Tate, Kedrick Fall, the edge, and then middle linebacker Anthony Hill Jr.
I like the 3 picks. First 3.
Washington did pretty good. Sonny Styles, the other linebacker Antonio Williams, and then you got Joshua Josephs, JJ. So that was the grades for the NFL draft. I thought it was pretty accurate. Both of our folks were actually pretty good with these, usually. So let's get to some N.
I think we got an A though, not a B.
Let's get to some N3A. So last night or yesterday,
Okay, see.
we had the Pistons and the Magic,
What are you doing?
and where Tobias Harris and Cade Cunningham did the best they could, but against the likes of Paolo, France, Wendell Carter, Desmond Bain, and Jalen Suggs, they had no chance. They literally had no chance. It was just like game 1 where the Magic had control of the game the whole time. The Pistons tried to tie it and at one point or two, maybe did. But for the most part, when the Magic went on the run, it just kept it at bay and just stayed like that for most of the game. The Magic are in complete control of the series right now.
My notes are Jalen Duran is getting outplayed by Wendell Carter. That's my note.
2 games to 1.
And apparently it's because it has to be because Angel Reese is his girl now. Has to be. It's definitely a mental thing right now because I ain't never seen this nigga play this soft ever.
Wendell Carter 14 and 17.
What a
14
game.
points, 17 rebounds. That is fucking.
This is to me is like the opposite. Because Wendell Carter doesn't put up numbers like that. That's usually Jalen Duran who puts up 17, who gets 17 rebounds and gets you 14 points.
I don't give Durant that kind of respect yet.
Wendell Carter ain't never shown me nothing like this, so that's why I'm like,
Game
it
1
has
he
to
did.
be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what this series. I'm talking about last year. He didn't put up this number.
Yeah, it was hard to do it against the Celtics in his playoff debut. Y'all ain't easy. Y'all ain't the Detroit Pistons. You don't think they wish they had the Detroit Pistons last year? I think I got the Magic winning on Monday tomorrow or later today. Then we have the Thunder beating the Suns. There ain't much there to see.
See, I think
This is gonna be a
something
sweep.
about that.
Bet that Shea Alexander's gonna score 30 points and call it a day, guys. That's the prop bet, and that's it. I mean, hold on, I gotta see. Dylan Brooks again with 33 points. Jalen Green with 26. Where's Devin Booker? 16? 6 of 16? Devin Booker, you're a bum.
And no good loser like you bum.
By the way, plus
You're already bum of the week award winner. How am I supposed to put Devin Booker back there again? He's the worst player. He's the worst star. He's not a star anymore. He's the worst all-star in the league right now. That's what he is.
I don't think he's an all-star anymore.
He's not even an all-star. All-stars at least put up 20 points in the playoffs.
He's a starter. At this point, he's just a starter in the playoffs. I know in the regular season he be going off. I get that, but
Then my New York Knicks put a beat down on Atlanta. We didn't even let them score 100 points. We went off on this team. I like this one. Our effort was there. We didn't shoot that great, but our
OG
effort
did.
was there. Our tenacity was there. Our defense was there. Our composer was there. I think we reclaimed momentum, and we're back in Madison Square Garden. We're going to win this one and close it back out in Game 6. This is done. I don't think we're going to be going to 7.
I think OG's your MVP right now.
OG Anunoby, no. It is Karl Anthony Towns. What this motherfucker's doing is right here. Is 20, 10, and 10. Is the craziest statistic I ever seen from a Knicks center.
See
since
the way
days of
OG
Patrick
shooting the
Ewing.
ball?
Fuck OG Anunoby. Fuck OG Anunoby. Okay.
Wasn't for him. You guys wouldn't have a chance in that last game.
If it wasn't
He
for
went
Karl-
crazy
if
in
it
that
wasn't
game. He
for
gave y'all a
Karl-
chance.
If it wasn't for Karl Anthony Towns, he wouldn't have had none of those numbers. It was Karl Anthony Towns giving him all those shits. If Karl Anthony Towns does that when Jalen Brunson's not on his A game shooting wise, please continue. Because OG Anunoby and the rest feed off of that. Mikal Bridges, stay on the bench. Give me Clarkson and give me what's his name? Deuce McBride. Okay? And fuck cholesterol. Fuck him. Okay? I'm sick and tired of seeing him. All right, give me Shamit, Clarkson, and McBride, and nobody else. You see, this is why Tom Thibodeau didn't use the entire bench, because most of those motherfuckers ain't gonna show up anyway. That's why. That's why Tom Thibodeau didn't use everybody. It's not that he didn't want to give people a chance. It's just that they didn't give us a chance. That's what it was, motherfucker.
Fatality.
You fired him for this, coach, who's now learning why. Why? Because in the playoffs, even at home or in the road, don't matter. You can't count on all those players to show up. They're just not that kind of people. That's the difference between playoff players and the regular season players. I've been telling the people this. So, Mikal Bridges, you just don't look like a playoff player in this series for some reason, because I know you could play better than this in the playoffs. So, I think we should just bench you for the rest of the Atlantic series. For some reason, they got your number. You're not shooting well against them, and only for defensive purposes. That's
How did Mikal shoot last year in the playoffs against Indiana? Because I know he shot the ball great
against
against
Indiana
us.
and against you
But
guys,
against Indiana, how
and
you shoot
against
the ball?
and against Philly too. Mikal Bridges has been shooting good with us. I don't know what the hell's his problem. This is, I guess Atlanta just got his number. He's just in a slump right now. But until then,
But I don't even see that as a slump. He's 3 or 4. He just didn't shoot.
yeah, I know. But he just didn't take. He wasn't aggressive. I don't know if they're locking him down or whatever it is. I've been watching, but he's usually in motion. He's never really spot up shooting wide open anymore. Like he used to be.
Maybe somebody else is taking his shots. I don't know. Could be.
Nope. But
McBride, no, not really. I don't see
Nah.
anything too crazy. 7.
he's just not left wide open anymore. He's not the spot up shooter, the position that he is. He's gonna have to create for himself from now on.
Yeah.
Or at least against Atlanta. But the Hawks didn't shoot like very good either. We were on their face. We didn't make them comfortable for nothing. Only one person was good from 3, and that was Nikhil Alexander Walker. Everybody else was beyond pathetic.
CJ was good that night, but they just waved the white flag on that one. It was like, that ain't.
Nah, CJ was 0 for 4. This is worth the game of the playoff series. This
No,
is
but
what-
8 of 15.
yeah, this is what I want to see.
It's good.
8 of 15. Yeah, that means layups. That's not great shot making. We can't stop it from slashing to the basket. That's just gonna do forever. If we could just limit him to just layups and 0 for 4 and 1 of 3 for free throw with just 17 points, That's what I want. That's what I expect from CJ McCollum. I'm sick and tired of seeing 30 points here. All right? You ain't that no more. This is what you're supposed to be.
Nah, he can still get 30.
Yeah, I know he can still get 30. I just don't want this. This is what I want right here. 17. That's cool. You're not a villain no more. I ain't gotta hate you no more.
I think it was 17 because you guys blew them out the water though. I don't think it was 17 because you know what I'm saying. He can't get more.
Well, he couldn't get more this game. He was bricking. All his shots were bricking. I'm telling you, most of those were layups. His shot just wasn't falling today, and I'm like, okay, this is more CJ McCollum, not the one that's everything's falling for him. God damn it, where you been the last
He
3
only
years?
missed 7 shots.
Yeah, but remember, to me, you're telling me that a guy that makes 8 layups and a guy that makes 7 shots means that he's still efficient. No, to me, it means that the guy that shoots it today, he's cold. He only gets points when it's obviously going to be impossible to be cold from. That's what I'm saying. He's cold from distance. That's what I want. I'm sick and tired of the guy who was making everything, not just the layups. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha.
I could use those more often because, as you see, he's 0 for 4 and 1 for 3 from free throw. So I could tell you that he's cold shooting from that night. Because who goes with? I don't see T. McCollum going 1 for 3 for free throw all the time. I wish he does that every night and 0 for 4 from. I hope he don't make no more threes for the rest of this series. That's what I hope. God damn it! Please and thank you. Please and thank you, because I'm sick and tired of hearing his name. He's 34 years old. And then the Nuggets. The T-Wolves had an inspired display because they lost their backcourt. They lost their backup point guard for the rest of the series in the playoffs, for that matter, and for the foreseeable future. And then they lost their franchise player for a few weeks. Yet somehow, some way, the Denver Nuggets allowed the Vikings, the T-Wolves, to kick their ass. So where do we go from here? Because Nikola had 24, 15, and 9.
The rest of the players got to step up.
Jamal Murray, 30 points, 5 and 5, and not really much from everybody else. Just 9s here, 8 here, 10 down there.
The rest of the players got to step up, and Jokic has to bring that same energy that he had against Jaden. Remember when he ran down Jaden McDaniels because he laid the ball up? He needs to keep that energy on the defensive side because they have no chance in hell of winning this series. If the Sumu is going to come out here out of nowhere and be the superstar type player that he's playing like. I'm not saying he's like that, but I'm just saying he's playing like the star player. Like he's the best player on the floor. So something got to give. You guys got to play harder defensively.
Well, this is crazy because look at Jaden McDaniels, pretty mediocre.
That's what I'm saying.
Playoff Julius, full effect, only 15 points.
Right where
you see what I'm saying? Where's 28 points, 12 rebound Julius Randle? Where is that guy? Where are you, Julius, in the playoffs? I don't get you, bro.
We know Rudy ain't gonna do anything.
I mean, he shows up for defense and he'll show up for some clutch points here and there. Julius Randle will still show up. But he ain't big Julius. You don't see no 20-point performance. I'm telling you, he averages 17 points per game in the playoffs. That's what I keep seeing. And as you see right there, with no Ant-Man, you expect him to hit 20, and he still don't hit 20.
And had 5.
Michael Conley, he gave you 21 minutes and only 5 points.
And 18-5. Dosunmu was.
Ayo, Dosunmu is the reason that they won, and the reason that they won last game. 43 points a career night. I had him in my fantasy team. 12 of 12 from free throw, 5 of 5 from 3-point. This man had the best night of his career, and he waited for game 4 of the playoffs to fucking do it.
Finish him.
Congratulations, motherfucker.
Those that watch AM1 know what I'm talking about. Ayo. If you know who Ayo is, that's his name from now on.
It's Ayo Technology. That's what that is. Ayo Technology. Because that was a beatdown. That was a beatdown.
Not to mention, not to mention, the last game he had 33. So it's like he got better from that game.
Then we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, who had control of the series and then lost it. Now full momentum is in Toronto.
Anybody notice something?
It was a close game, but for some reason Cleveland just cannot close the deal on the road.
Anybody know why?
Let's see the numbers here. Harden was not too bad. It's 19, 6 of 14. So yeah, but he had 7 turnovers. When you're the major band, but Donovan Mitchell had 4 of his own too.
Playoffs,
You guys are the major
can't turn the
ball
over.
handlers. You cannot have that many turnovers.
Cannot turn the ball over in the playoffs. I know it's so crucial. We're being like so critical. We know you're great players, but still, you cannot turn the ball over that many times. I hate when Brown does that. I hate it.
But Donovan Mitchell had a horrible shooting day. 6 of 24,
Absolutely, that was
4
terrible.
of 12.
6 of 24. It's
And then,
crazy.
as I mentioned, 4 turnovers of his own.
Quick
He shoot like shit. Meanwhile, Scotty Barnes 6 of 15.
Great game. That's Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, but he also had 4 turnovers of his own. But at least he had 3 blocks.
And 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Plus 9. I'll take that. 22
More like
points.
2 assists.
Who?
More like 2 assists. Brandon Ingram finally showed up, kind of 6 of 23.
That was good.
8 of 9 from free throws.
I'll take it. I want him to shoot. That's what he's supposed to do.
Where's
He was
RJ
more
Barrett?
aggressive.
RJ Barrett hit
Barrett shot that
106.
shit too. He was like 8 of 22. He said, fuck it.
And he's had. So I don't know how he must have that. All that must have been free throws then, because he had or dunks, because he had no free. Not free throws, layups. But that's crazy. The series is tied.
How about the rookie? Shout out the rookie. 5 of 11, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, and 10 rebounds.
So
Plus
I think
11 off the bench.
I think this is going to be a 7-game series. I think the home
Yep.
team is going to win every single game. That's what I think, unless Spider Mitchell has a horrible shooting day like he did. The Portland Trailblazers did the best they could here. Wemby's back. 27, 12, 7 blocks. Just crazy.
Plus 28.
Just crazy. De'Aaron Fox, 20 of his own. Stephen Castle, who rung in the other night and made sure the Trailblazers had a win. The Trailblazers didn't get a win. That was a good performance. Danny Avdija did the best he could. Then you have with Drew Holiday. Scoot Henderson wasn't there today. Just a flat out donut.
But Danny Ave had a terrible game last game before this.
So it's just a growing pains for the Trailblazers. This is the best that they could do. I think the series is over. I think that the Spurs are going to close this one out. Then we have your Boston Celtics taking control of the series again. It was just a little blimp. Jason Tatum, 30, 8 of 16, 5 of 10, 9 of 9 from the free throw line, 7 and 11. Cut down a little on the turnovers, but it's cool. It's cool. Hauser. No, not Hauser. Crypto P had a good day.
Crypto was great. He was the driving force today, I can say.
32 points. And he had that crazy
You see this?
0 turnovers.
How you get 32 points and you get this?
Yeah, with 5 assists, 4
0
rebounds.
turnovers.
He was he's probably the money player of the week.
He might be.
But
He might be.
that-
We gotta see tomorrow though.
that crazy shot before the half or before after the first quarter ended. I don't know which one it was.
man.
That shit was crazy.
But that's him. That's what he's done his
I think
whole
the
career.
Celtics are
then.
closing that one out. And
This one might be. This one probably over.
the
Next
Lakers
game.
should be embarrassed. LeBron, 10 points, 4 rebounds. And it says he looks every bit.
He said, "Fuck this today."
He
I
looks
ain't got
every
it.
bit 40 fucking years old. He has turnovers. Jeez, man.
That nigga hit you with that. Go give me that.
DeAndre Ayton with the most rebounds he's had all season.
You got thrown out the game.
Ain't got
Baby, too.
Yeah. Tony Eason and Amen Thompson led the way. Sangoon.
The ref said, "You don't get 10 rebounds. Get out of here."
19 and 6.
Kicked them out the game.
It was just a team win.
Yeah,
They did it for Kevin Durant. That's probably the last game they're gonna win for the rest of the 2026
they didn't win that for
season.
Kevin Durant. They won that for themselves.
They won it for
Fuck
Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant, they owe Kevin Durant. They
Oh,
owe
Kevin Durant.
They do owe
Shit.
Kevin Durant.
Sorry
If it wasn't
ass.
for Kevin Durant, they wouldn't be nowhere. Sorry ass Negroes.
Fucking sorry ass Kevin Durant.
Nah, Kevin Durant's the only one that showed up for the fucking Rockets.
Fuck that
They ain't do
nigga.
shit.
Bitch, though.
They ain't do
That's why he
shit.
don't want to be. That's why he don't want to be in these games. He's like, I'm not gonna
No,
play
he's
with
really
this
hurt.
squad.
He's really hurt. He's really hurt. When you're near 40 years old and you had to carry your team on your back the entire season, your knees are gonna give out eventually. LeBron is lucky he has Luka.
He don't even. It's not a knee. It's an ankle.
Well, his ankle then. His ankle gives out.
Fuck that
His
shit.
ankle gives out after
Fuck
all that
that.
carrying
I
trash.
would love somebody to.
Carry
I'd
trash
love
all
to hear
around.
Michael Jordan say, "I couldn't play because I got an ankle hurt."
No.
Fuck that
Michael
shit.
Jordan never had to carry trash for that long. He never had a trash ass team like that. Trash ass team. The Rockets are trash, bro. They're trash. KD deserves a MVP votes, not the award, just votes, just for that spectacular ability to get into the 5th seed in the powerful Western Conference, as everybody says. No. Because without Kevin Durant, look at what they do. They ain't shit. They ain't shit. Sangoon ain't shit. Thompson ain't shit. None of them ain't shit on offense. None of them. Sangoon is good on offense in the regular season, but outside of that, Kevin Durant's the only reason they're relevant. They're not relevant anymore. They lost that.
They won a game without that motherfucker. Fuck that shit.
Because the Lakers are sorry as fuck anyway. Fuck the Lakers. And when is Luka and all them supposed to come back? I hope they come back soon because they're about to get swept.
Them niggas chilling. They're like, hold on, let's see if we get past this. This is gonna be an easy one.
You might be right about that. If there's no need to come back in a hurry because there's no struggle here against Houston without KD. Take your sweet time, bro. Get healthy.
With or without KD, they still win. Without Luka and AR. That's how I feel.
Well, let's get to the players on the
Give me a hell yeah!
Rated M for millennials. We like to give you nostalgia. When we put players under pressure, we use 2 different rooms. He has the keys to the hyperbolic time chamber. In Dragon Ball Z, whenever shit got real, there's threat in the universe, they go to this room where you can spend a whole year's worth of training in 24 hours. Go ahead, bro.
It's crazy too because when I did this on Saturday, and it fits perfectly for today, which is crazy. Because James Harden and Donovan Mitchell just did what I didn't need them to do, which was go in here and lose this game to Toronto and give that young team any confidence going into the next game.
But they did.
And they just did. They just did that. So they're in trouble because I'm looking at Scotty Barnes and I'm looking at that rookie Murray and some of these other players that they have. They play hard. They play right. They don't really turn the ball over as much. They are a young team, but just because you gave them that confidence, and I believe that you guys can lose your confidence so easily because of James Harden, because I've seen James Harden fold under pressure. Now I'm worried. That's why I was gonna put you guys under pressure. Now it's even worse. You have to win. If you guys don't win this game, it's over game 6. I'll put it like that. They'll reverse sweep you guys. Moving on, I have Jamal Murray and Jokic. Jokic, that same energy that you had running up to McDaniels is the same energy you need to put on the defensive side of the fucking court so that your team can have a chance to win because Aaron Gordon is not 100%. We see that as clear as day. and Jamal Murray can't be the only one fucking carrying. You are scoring, yes, but you're not playing any defense. And by the way, you're not boxing out Gobert. Gobert had 15 rebounds yesterday. What the fuck? That's supposed to be you. You're supposed to be holding on to that. If you're not gonna play any defense, at least get the fucking defensive rebound. Don't let people like Jaden McDaniels get the ball over you. Like, what the fuck? What are you 7 foot for? You gotta play with more energy, bro. Step it up now because your season's on the line. And I expect it from you, especially now after what Jaden McDaniels did, because that will fire me up. I'm just saying. Then I have Karl-Anthony Towns in there. Yes, he's alone, but because I believe, as my man says over here, that they, even though they go as Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns needs to be the passenger to the train that they have. I think their team is legit. I think they have depth. I think they have every piece, and I think they have the heart to be able to beat any team in the NBA playoffs.
We own the Spurs.
So if Karl-Anthony Towns shows up time and time again, watch out. But if Karl-Anthony Towns does stupid shit like get into foul trouble and shit like that, that's where, to me, they fuck up. They need Karl-Anthony Towns more than ever. Then I move on to Orlando Magic. Easy. Now it's really easy because you made it easy for yourself. You went home, took advantage of your home court advantage, and then on top of that, you took one from Detroit. So now all you gotta do is win tomorrow and moving on. My man right here is right about that. Then moving on, I got in Atlanta, Johnson. Time to put your hard hat on, buddy, because you're the star player of the team. That's what everybody keeps saying. So now you need to prove it. You need we need a 30, 35 piece from you. We have not seen that yet. We have not seen you be aggressive offensively, and everybody else. And I'm talking about even Okongwu is more aggressive than you, and that's not a good sign because the star player is the one who stops runs.
Don't listen to him. Stay what you're doing. Keep playing like trash.
The star player, you're not playing like trash, but you're not playing like a star either. That's just the truth.
I don't respect you.
I need you to step it up because you're not gonna go anywhere with this team if they're not going anywhere without you. So
fuck Trae Young.
Moving on, I got Kate Cunningham. Yes, the one man soldier over here out here. The one team army. I know it sucks, but bro, I think you're gonna need at least 45, 50.
They losing tomorrow.
Cause if you don't do that, y'all have no chance. I just don't feel like you have enough at all. Like nobody's showing up. Nobody's stepping up. I haven't seen even when you guys lose these games. I'm like trying to find something, maybe like a silver lining. I just don't see anything. So it's crazy for me to say step up when a nigga's scoring 30 a game, but you gotta do more.
I'm sick of seeing Tobias Harris in the playoffs too.
Then I have the one and only number 7, JB.
He don't belong here.
Yeah, you don't really belong here. The reason why I put you in there is because I believe what you did in the regular season has to carry on in the playoffs as far as just staying consistent and what you did in the regular season and perfecting it in the playoffs. Just like you did 2 years ago when we got to the NBA Finals. So those are my players under pressure. So.
For the first round of the NBA and 3A, the Negro 3-Point Association, I've got the gravity room. In Dragon Ball Z is a special room they use to multiply Earth's gravity times however much you can handle. When you come out, you come back faster, stronger, ready to take on whatever's threatening your existence. So here we go. We have the 20 times gravity room. We have Scotty Barnes, Denny Ave, and BJ Edge. The youngsters, they're all in there making their playoffs debut, so I'm going to go a little light on them. For the Toronto Raptors franchise player here, I'm telling him to go Bron and Wade. The best two players in the Raptors are a small forward and a shooting guard. So you're gonna have to go small forward shooting guard combo here. But the Bron and Wade, you're more like a Kawhi than a Bron. So hopefully you can continue to shoot better than Bron can. And with your Dwayne Wade over there, I think you should be able to make this a series and maybe even win flat out. It's kind of late for you in Portland over there, Danny Ave, but you were supposed to Joker and Murray that shit. You and fucking Scoot Henderson were supposed to go Jokic and Jamal Murray over there with the Blazers, but you can't do that. You're way out of your league. This shit is over. And then for Edgecombe, you're supposed to go Curry and Clay with that shit. You and Tyrese Maxey were supposed to go tit for tat back for 30 points, but Joel Embiid's a big ass African Negro that came in there and just destroyed all of them.
Bro, do you see how much better they are without him? It's crazy.
Then you got 50 times gravity room, and here you have better players. I put Paolo Banchero, I have Jason Tatum, and then I also put Karl Anthony Towns in here. I gave him, every time I put him in the gravity room, I gave him instructions, as you see, to succeed. Basically, it's the same thing for everybody. For Paolo Banchero to get rebounds, I need you to be the focal point of rebounds. You win Wendell Carter. The way you win this series and trump over Detroit is by rebounds, second chance points, and rebounds. You are fucking, what, 6'10"? You're supposed to be averaging 11, 12 rebounds this season in the playoffs. Get your numbers up.
Speaking of Trump,
Boards. Tatum, you already doing this. Boards. Keep hitting the boards as you do, and you're going to continue being very, very valuable to your team. Because you got to mention your Celtics, when you have a team where your center is not one of the better players in your squad, it's up to some of your taller star players to help out on those things come playoff time. And Tatum knows what he's doing. To me, he's the poster boy of that for those who are like Paolo Banchero up and coming. And Karl Anthony Towns, hit the glass. You already doing this, so keep doing this, all right? Hit the glass. We know that you and Mitchell Robinson dominated. They have no answer for us in the entire Eastern Conference, and definitely not Atlanta. So this is how we lean on to win this series. Then we have 100 times gravity room. Here you have what I want Super Saiyans to look like eventually. Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, and then Jamal Murray. Simple instructions, guys. Saiyans live to fight. Not love. They do love to fight, but Saiyans live to fight. Meaning that night in and night out, don't matter what, a Saiyan is ready for battle to the death. Okay? You have to basically display this on camera for us on 4K from here on out for me to graduate you to Super Saiyan. You can't just be doing it once or twice and you can't do it in a loss. You got to be efficient enough to make your team a contender in a game, or at least flat out maybe 2 wins against an elite opponent, maybe even pushes to game 7. Will give you credence to that. But right now, what I'm seeing from all 3 of you, that's not Super Saiyan material, so I can't put you there right now. And then here we do have the Super Saiyan.
Fatality.
Here we have Jaylen Brown. This is the room that he belongs in. The 400 times gravity room. Here I told them to reach their final form. It is time for you guys to ignite to Super Saiyan 2. Okay? Super Saiyan 2. Well, actually, for Jokic, who's already Super Saiyan 2, I forgot to put the electricity bolts all over him. I need him to graduate to Super Saiyan God, if you can. But it don't look like it. It looks like you're going to stay at Super Saiyan 2, and it looks like some guys are going to catch up to you. Jaylen Brown and Jalen Brunson can easily hop into Super Saiyan 2 form at any moment. So let's see how that goes, because the playoffs is getting ready to get real. The real teams are starting, like, separate, and now we got
Yeah, at the
what
end
we
of the,
want
at the end of the day, most of these like superstar players, the most important thing is results in the playoffs. If you're not getting results in the playoffs, then like yes, you won a championship, but what have you done for me lately? Like that type shit. That's what the fans correlate with.
You know what we should do? We, I hope we don't curse it. I hope we don't jinx it. But we should go to that game tomorrow, okay, with our shirts and everything, and ask everybody around, hey, who would you rather come pay tickets to watch? Barnes, Barrett, and Bi, or Harden and Spider Mitchell? Just to get a consensus, see what Orlando would rather pay money to see. Who would you rather pay good money to see? Because playoff money ain't cheap. Put that to who would you rather see? I'd rather see Harden and Spider Mitchell. That's a no brainer to me.
I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer, but not the way they playing right now.
I don't give a fuck how the way they're playing right now.
Well, I don't want to go watch that.
I-
You want to go watch that?
I know it's not going to be like that.
I'm just saying.
I know it's not going to be like
I'm
that.
just saying.
I know it's not going to be like that. I know I'm going to get my money's worth. I don't know what he's talking about. Every time I step into the arena, I get what I want.
Did they get? I'm just saying, did they get their money's worth tonight?
That's not got that wasn't in Orlando. It got nothing to do with Orlando. I'm just saying
I'm
that's
just
the team.
saying that was
I'm
bad.
just saying that if Orlando eliminates
was
Detroit,
brutal.
as it looks like it's happening, that's the teams we have a choice of facing. It's either going to be Toronto or Cleveland.
They almost had the.
I wish it was either Boston or New York, because that would be awesome. But no,
They almost.
we have to hope they beat whoever comes out of Toronto and Cleveland and Detroit and gets to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We're gonna see
If Orlando gets to the Eastern Conference Finals somehow, some way, we're definitely buying tickets for every game. I'm calling in sick for every single game that I have to work for. I'm going to be there if Orlando somehow gets there. I certainly doubt they're going to get there, but we got to hope that, listen, we beat Detroit and we advance, okay? Obviously, we needed that. Then we need to, whoever it is, Toronto or Cleveland, we need to beat them in the 7-game series. Because I want to see either Boston or New York in a playoff.
That's gonna happen. That's
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't paying Madison Square Garden money, and I ain't trying to fly out to Boston. Fuck that. I just want to stay here, and I hope the Magic get far.
After the
Even by luck, I just want to be able to see him here in the arena. If the Celtics, I want to be able to say Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Puerto P and all them. And then OG Anunoby and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart.
It made the best man.
I would, you know what I'm saying? I would love to see either or.
It made the best man win. I'm telling you, that's gonna
Because
be fucking.
I think I'm going to the game tomorrow. Fuck that shit. I'm not missing this shit. I'm not missing this shit. If we go 3-1 against Detroit again, hell nah. I'm going over there to curse that hex that happened 23 years ago with T-Mac. It was 23 years ago today, or this round, we were up 3-1 against the Detroit Pistons and lost.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Orlando. Shout out Orlando.
So I think we have to go to that game.
I don't care that I'm wrong.
But all right, y'all.
I'm
Cut it
glad
here.
I'm
We
wrong.
appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back later on in 24 hours or in 23 hours. We're going to cover the rest of the playoffs,
Money player.
cover some more of the NFL draft, and give you the winners and losers of the NFL draft, I think, and then also the money player of the week and the bum of the week award winner. So tune in.
And no good loser like you. You bum.
Tune in to us on Monday in exactly 27 hours, and we will give you all that. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Feel free to subscribe, leave a like, comment, spam the like button and comment. Give us your draft grades, give us your first round recaps and predictions, and give us what players you think are facing the most pressure right now in the first round.
Definitely.
Share this with your friends, please. Whoever likes to debate in all kind of circles, post game, afterthought kind of chatter and debate. This is the platform for it. Till 23 hours, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, this motherfucker.